Check this out. I just watched an elderly couple, husband and wife, ranchers in California, praying to God for help. And do you want to know why? It's because the state cut off their fucking water. No water means no cattle. No cattle means no business. And for these people and thousands of people just like them, it means the end of generations of work, of tradition, of survival. And here's the part that they don't want to talk about. They want you to believe this is all about climate change and saving the environment. Give me a fucking break. This isn't about the salmon that they're claiming are going to benefit from diverting that water. That water that they're diverting, it doesn't go to some life-saving environmental cause. It gets dumped into the fucking ocean instead of keeping it on the land to feed families, to water livestock, and to grow food for America. This isn't an accident. This is a strategy. They're funneling the masses into a box and they're tightening the corral. That's what's happening. Cutting off the food supply, making ranchers, farmers, and you dependent on the state. Because independent producers, people who can feed themselves and their communities, they're hard to control. Look at what they did to the Amish. So they destroy them piece by piece, law by law, policy by policy. And if you think this is a fucking game, you're right. It's a game and they're in control. It's time for people to stand up. And while these generational ranches collapse, the media continues to sell you the lie that this is all for the greater good. It's all for the benefit of the planet. It's not. It's tyranny. And it's happening in real time, with half the country applauding it like trained fucking seals. Look, I'm a rancher. I produce beef. I can tell you firsthand that water is life or death on a ranch. You can't just make do without it. It doesn't work like that. And once it's gone, so is everything else. You think animals can survive without water for days on end? Give me a fucking break. What are these people gonna do? Just sit by and watch their animals die? If you think this is only happening in California, wake the fuck up. You think this won't reach your table? Think again. This is about control. And when the food is gone, you'll do whatever they say to get it back. And here's the thing. This is the part that got lost on so many of us. A society of strong men would never have allowed this shit to take place. And that's why they came after us first. This is why they spent decades weakening men, destroying families, mocking tradition, making us out to be the bad people, because they knew a weak, dependent population is easy to rule. This is the collapse of everything that made America strong. You're watching it in real time, and it's not coming someday. It's here. It's happening. Wake the fuck up.
Maybe hearing it right from the horse's mouth will help you figure it out. Now, these little nuggets of wisdom that I've been giving you over the years are going to be obsolete very soon because, as you know, they are trying to censor free speech. You're going to have to figure this out very soon, and I hope this video helps you do that. For starters, maybe you could take a look at this picture that's behind this voiceover. This is how much farmland that Bill Gates has purchased over the last few years. Around 270,000 acres. So, those of you who know. Now, the last part of this video is going to be about something that you should have learned in high school in your history class. It's called the Clergy Plan. This is something that I don't expect you guys to remember. In fact, I don't expect anyone to remember, but they count on that. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video that describes it, and maybe that will help you put two and two together. Why did I choose this photo to do this part of the voiceover? I just thought maybe you thought this was hilarious too. How after they heard the shot, he dove under the podium quickly, and then he was off camera, so they had time to smear the blood on his ear and then wipe it across his face perfectly, and then to come right up with his fist raised in the air and the American flag already ready to go for this photo op right behind him. You can see there's a crane holding that flag, so they had it there for a reason. Come on, people. So it's just funny to me that people, do you think that at this point they didn't even know how many shooters there were? So you really think they're going to just let him stand there and raise his fist in the air for this photo op? They would have rushed him off the stage immediately or kept him covered until the threat was gone. They didn't know at this point. That should prove it to you right there. Anyway, all right, so pay attention to this next part. It's all about the Clergy Plan, and maybe things will make sense for you.
It's very clear that the Jews want to exterminate the European race. Richard Coudenhove Kalergi, who is the father of the European Union and who was funded by the Jewish bankers Rothschild and Warburg. Now, this man wrote a book called Praktischer Idealismus in 1925. in which he stated that the Jews are a master race and that the Jews can only assume the throne of rule over the world by weakening the European race, and that the means to weakening the European race would be to dissolve all the European nations, destroy all their cultural heritage and their national traditions, and replace that with the European Union, and then to invite in Africans, Middle Easterners, and Asians to dilute the blood of Europeans through miscegenation to the point where they became a degenerate mixed race. And then at that point, these people would no longer have any sense of nationhood, and the ancient Jewish messianic prophecies of world rule out of Jerusalem, with Jews maintaining their nationhood and their national status, it would fulfill the Jewish messianic prophecies that the Jews could then rule the world. And this was completely in line with what Nikolai had written in 1917 and has manifested itself recently with the invasion of immigrants from Africa, from the Middle East, and from Asia into Europe, America, and Australia. And they are deliberately setting about to genocide the white race and destroy all sense of nationhood and of national heritage and national culture in each of our nations.
I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know I'm doing it really, really well.